Hey, what's up, everybody? It's DJ Mo D here from What You Say Radio. Appreciate y'all always tuning in, locking it in with me right here on your hot station. And in this video, we're going to discuss the Democrats and how their favorability is showing to be very low, according to a CNN poll, which kind of aligns with my feelings about the party, as they've been on the decline, in my opinion, for the last 3, 4 years. And it's kind of like they're kind of losing a little grasp on reality with the American people, with us. And so let's take a look at the video and see what these CNN polls truly represent.
That's a quote. That's how a Democratic lawmaker was describing the Democratic Senate vote with Republicans this weekend to fund the government with a Republican funding bill, averting a government shutdown. But there was virtually no fight and nothing achieved for Democratic priorities. This comes as our brand new CNN poll this morning shows that the Democratic Party's favorability is at an all-time low in this CNN poll. It's just 29% approval. That's a 20-point drop since 2021. Joining us now is a Congresswoman from
Last 3, 4 years.
Texas, Jasmine Crockett. Congresswoman, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate you squeezing us in before you go to church. This has been a rough 72 hours for Democrats. I want to play some of what Democratic Senate Leader Schumer told me on The Lead on Friday about his decision to vote with the Republicans to fund the government. Take a listen.
A government shutdown gives Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and Doge almost complete power as to what to close down because they can decide what is an essential service. If they determine that SNAP, kids shouldn't get food, is not essential, they can just cut it out summarily. They could fire half the workers in the federal government. It would have been a far worse consequence.
So he's saying that the path that House Democrats wanted would have presented a worse consequence. Is he wrong?
Now, before she answers that, Schumer, he is the Democratic leader, minority leader. So basically, he is the leader of their party. And because he sided with President Trump to avoid the government shutdown, of course, you're going to face backlash if the rest of the party does not agree with you. So, yeah, it's very interesting to see what her response is going to be. I haven't listened to it yet, but let's hear the fallout from Schumer's vote to vote with the Republicans on this side.
He's absolutely wrong. I mean, look at the reality of the votes, right? I understand that the American people are frustrated. Please believe many of us did not sleep because we were calling and trying to impress upon the senators the importance of pushing back in this moment. And as you saw, we had all but one Democrat in the House that voted for this. So that's 212 Democrats in the House. And then you had the vast majority of senators vote for or vote against it as well. And so the idea that Chuck Schumer is the only one that's got a brain in the room and the only one that can think through all of the pros and cons is absolutely ridiculous. And Jake, you and I both know that this administration could care less about whether or not they violate the law. We know that we've had to rely heavily upon the courts. And I want to say, as you're talking about the polling on my party, I want to say that it is the Democratic attorney generals and some governors that are standing up against this administration and bringing those lawsuits and winning every single time. They are losing in court. Could we do a better job of making sure that the American people know that we are winning in the courts? We probably could. But at the end of the day, it's still Democrats that are winning for the American people.
Some progressive groups are calling for new leadership in the Senate for Democrats. Even House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries, your leader, he was asked if he supports Schumer as leader of the Senate Democrats, and he said, next question. Do you think Senate Democrats should replace Chuck Schumer?
I think Senate Democrats have to sit down and take a look and decide whether or not Chuck Schumer is the one to lead in this moment.
You're close with Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York. Some of your fellow House Democrats say, and not just progressives, by the way, we've heard that moderates have said this too, that they're ready to support her to challenge Chuck Schumer in a Democratic primary. Would you get behind that?
That's 4 years from now. If you were asking me at least in 2 years, then I would have an absolute answer. But I can tell you that there are a lot of people that are watching his leadership in this moment. This is the moment. We don't even know what elections will look like in 4 years if we will have elections. And so I definitely think that younger, fresher leadership may be something that many.
And see, before I
Why
go,
doesn't everyone negotiate their car accident settlement for a
hold on. Before I go on or let her continue on, it's in my opinion, and I'm just gonna stop the video there. As a matter of fact, it's in my opinion that the Democratic Party is too focused, too concerned on what the Republicans have going on, and they're too focused on what Trump has going on. In my opinion, that has been their downfall over the last 3, 4 years. Instead of finding fresh new blood, as she mentioned, fresh new young blood to represent or be that representation of their party, to come in and transform the party and bring something new and exciting to us, the people, until they get that, I think they're always going to be behind. I think it's going to be a rough road for them to catch up with the Republican Party. If they don't get out of this, Donald Trump, putting all their focus on Donald Trump and what he's got going on and trying to convict him and uh, 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 put him in jail and just doing all these things that uh, just a waste of time. Quite frankly, it's just a waste of time. Let President Trump do his thing for the next 4 years. What you guys as Democrats need to focus on is finding somebody, a new representative, somebody to lead your party and start putting them forward, putting them in the spotlight, uh, and regalvanizing basically your party. Because to me, and this is just my opinion. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. I believe the Democratic Party is out of touch with reality on what's going on, and especially with us brown and black people. I think they've ran the same old playbook that they've ran over the years for decades, and they expect that to work still. And this past election, proved that that old playbook is just not going to work with us anymore. And so I strongly advise that the Democratic Party really take a look, take a step back, reassess what it is, their ideas, their vision, and their goals are for America and the people. Find a candidate or two to really put in the spotlight and start getting your messages out there to the people. And so that's my opinions on it. Let me know again what your thoughts on it are on it. I know Jasmine Crockett has been going on a lot of media tours. Like she's on a media tour right now. Like she's Breakfast Club. She's on CNN. She's on MSNBC. Like she is everywhere. Getting that visibility. I don't know if she has aspirations of running in 2028. Um, And so, my opinion, I don't think that would be a good option for the party. But hey, we never know. Maybe she, uh, going on this tour, what have you, maybe she gains the knowledge, gains wisdom, or what have you, to become a leader. But right now, it seems like it's all about um, being in the spotlight or being in the headlines, being in the media, and getting that exposure or looked at. Another thing that a lot of people are talking about is Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith might be a possibility for the Democratic Party. I'll shake my head on no to that as well. Uh, and I'll discuss that in a later video as far as my feelings on Stephen A. Smith. I agree with him on a lot of things, especially when it comes to sports, but then there's a lot of things that, he just rubs me the wrong way. In a lot of things that he says, he kind of uh will say something and he'll backtrack on it or what have you. He was for the Democratic Party, but during the elections, but soon as the Democrats lost, all of a sudden he's flipping and jumping on the Republican side and, oh, the Democrats should have done this, the Democrats should have done that. It's like he's like anti-democratic now. But I can go on with that. But again, I'm gonna discuss that in a later video. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Democratic Party and what they need to do to regalvanize their base, regalvanize their messages, regalvanize their whole party, and make an impact with us, the Americans. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share this video with somebody, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. DJ Mo D, I'm out. Peace. What you say?